Ladies and gentlemen, digital investors, welcome back to another video where we go over everything that is happening inside of the crypto space. And today we have one of the probably busiest days that we have seen in crypto in terms of just some absolutely amazing news announcements that have been coming out. Obviously, we have Coinbase that went public. We have Gary Gensler that was confirmed and sworn in. Also have Tether, who did the largest print ever today, the largest amount of Tether printing ever. So that is pretty crazy, along with a few other things. We're going to take a look at the coin prices, then we'll hop into all of the news. If you guys could do me a quick favor and tap the like button, it really helps a ton with growing the channel. I do appreciate all of the support. And if you've been watching the videos for a while and you enjoy the content, then consider subscribing, because that also really helps. And if you subscribe and hit the notification bell, you should be getting notifications every time that I upload. So today we have Bitcoin at $61,900, Ethereum at $2,300, Binance Coin at $539, which is now reflipped to XRP. So XRP flipped Binance Coin for the number 3 spot, and now it seems as though Binance Coin is back at number 3. So these two are fighting very hard against each other for that number 3 spot. I have a weird feeling that XRP will come out on top of it in the end, though. Cardano is sitting at $1.41, Polkadot at $41, Uniswap at $34, Litecoin at $264, and we have Dogecoin re-entering the top 10 at 12 cents. Theta at $11.66. We're going to be covering a little bit of Theta today. They have an amazing announcement that came out, so it's only right that we mention the price of Theta, which is sitting at $11.66. So what's going on with Coinbase, right? They went public. They were supposed to open at like $250, I think the number was, and obviously it well exceeded that. So Coinbase shares opened at $381 on the NASDAQ Wednesday morning, giving the crypto exchange an initial market cap of $99.6 billion on a fully diluted basis. Shares quickly shot up as high as $429, valuing the company at $112 billion, before dropping back below the debut price and reaching a low of $362. The price was still well above the reference point of $250 set on Tuesday night, though no shares changed hands at that price. Coinbase listed its stock directly, allowing employees and existing shareholders to sell shares immediately at a market-based price. Excluding options and restricted stock units, Coinbase's initial market cap was about $80 billion at the opening price. Adding in options and shares, Coinbase is already one of the 85 most valuable U.S. companies. So that is insane, right? Coinbase is coming in here and they have a running head start in terms of where they are at as a company, and they also gave their employees free shares. And it's interesting to see that the employees and existing shareholders have immediate access to sell. So it seems as though that could be creating some sell pressure, right? If we check here, the employees, which is about 1,700 staff members, received 100 shares. All right, so they're getting 100 free shares. And they were supposed to be valued at $250, but like we just read in this article, it came out and they were trading for $381. I mean, if you give 1,700 people 100 shares worth, let's just say they were worth just $250, right? Even though it was worth much higher than that. That's a lot of money for a lot of people, right? Most people don't have much in savings. Most people have some debts. I think it'd be very tempting for people not to want to, liquidate some or all of those shares and knock some of that out. If we take a look at the chart, and it looks like it's moved quite a bit since I started recording. Let's see where it's at now. Okay, yeah, so as of right now, we are still pulling back, right? Series of lower lows and lower highs. Maybe we're doing something right now. It seems like we're definitely getting some type of bounce, but also keep in mind we're on the 1 minute chart, right? There's just not much data on this. That's why I'm on the 1 minute. Otherwise, I'd never use it. So even when we expand to the 15 minute, it's like, what is there really to say? There's nothing to say at all. But let me know, have you guys bought the Coinbase stock? Are you holding out to buy the Coinbase stock? Are you not going to buy it at all? Just let me know in the comments what your plan is, what you plan on doing in terms of Coinbase stock. Are you touching it? Are you waiting? Are you buying it? Very interested to go through and read your guys' comments, but that's what we have so far. And I've been watching the 1 minute just because there's not much data. I don't really plan to trade this right now. I'll just I'll get in when I can see that it's crashed and there's blood, and it's just a much safer buy. As of right now, it just seems too risky. I don't want to For me personally, I just don't want to be buying in and making decisions off a 1 minute chart. But whether it goes up or down, right, in the end, I think there's going to be an opportunity to buy Coinbase that makes sense. I don't think it's going to, just shoot straight to the moon or anything. I'm sure there's going to be some opportunity down the road where it makes sense to buy Coinbase, especially from a technical analysis perspective. And then I will consider my options. But let me know what you guys are doing. We also have Theta Network. They posted this on Twitter with a big announcement. This is huge. Theta is awarded the 3rd U.S. patent for methods and systems for peer discovery in a decentralized data streaming and delivery network. I mean, tell me that isn't amazing. Theta awarded not their first, not their second, but their 3rd patent for streaming and delivery, decentralized data. That is insane. Now, as I was going through that Coinbase news, I actually stumbled upon this. This new ETF gets you access to the backbone of the crypto world, and I just figured I'd share it with you guys. So the VanEck Vectors Digital Transformation ETF will offer investors exposure to the infrastructure of the world of blockchain, from miners to digital asset exchanges to storage solutions, says Patrick Lee, the VanEck product manager. And he says that Bitcoin is the flagship digital asset, but it's only part of the story. We see the entire ecosystem as a long-term structural growth story. And I thought that was pretty interesting, right? Adoption, integration, and interest have been happening on the retail side and the institutional side. And now you even see some central banks starting to float their own digital currencies. But again, guys, I just want to highlight, he says Bitcoin is the flagship digital asset, but it's only part of the story. This is important. We see the entire ecosystem as a long-term structural growth story. Okay? Again, we talk about investing in utility tokens. We talk about investing into the Internet of Things, the Internet of Value, right? It seems like this is the mindset that they are also coming from, where it's like, yes, we have a big stake in Bitcoin, but we are also not going to ignore this entire ecosystem that is being built out. The firm's CEO, Jan van Eck, speaking at MarketWatch Barron's conference on crypto assets in early April, almost seemed to tease the new ETF. In response to a question about whether there are enough ancillary companies operating in the ecosphere to warrant an ETF, Van Eck agreed. They say, we think there are finally enough public companies in the ecosystem, whether miners or banks, to put together a portfolio of companies that have this exposure. He noted that pure play companies in the space have outperformed those that are involved in crypto or blockchain as one part of their overall business, such as PayPal Holdings. The index behind the fund is designed to limit exposure to companies that aren't pure digital asset plays. That distinguishes it from an ETF already on the market, which is the Amplify Transformational Data Sharing ETF block, which shares many of the same holdings as DApp, but also includes digital asset dabblers such as Overstock.com. Block also includes a stake in the Grayscale GBTC Bitcoin Trust, which is for now one of the best options for American investors looking for exposure to Bitcoin. And in contrast, DApp will not invest in digital assets like cryptocurrencies, directly or indirectly through the use of digital asset derivatives, Van Eck notes in a release, okay? So they're not investing into digital currencies, this ETF, but they are investing into the companies that make up the crypto space. So if you wanted to get exposure to the crypto world without investing into cryptocurrencies, this seems like a pretty viable way to do it, and I have a feeling there will probably be a lot of interest for something like this. Let me know what you guys think of this in the comments. We also have this from @CryptoWhale on Twitter. He posted this. He says, breaking, Tether has just printed 2 billion USDT, setting new records as their largest single print to date. And when we see Tether printing Tether, prices usually go up, right? We see that a lot. When you see that Tether printer going burr, usually we have price increases shortly after, and so it's just really amazing to see this. We have this Coinbase listing, we have Tether printing the largest Tether print to date. We also have Gary Gensler confirmed as SEC chair. This is pretty awesome stuff, right? We finally have Jay Clayton out of there. We have Gary Gensler in there. I mean, at this point, anybody is better than Jay Clayton. The Senate confirmed Gensler's appointment Wednesday afternoon in a vote of 53 to 45. Gensler, who's promised to increase transparency and reduce risk in the market, succeeds former SEC chair Jay Clayton, an attorney tapped by former President Donald Trump to undo financial regulations that, quote, stifled investment in American companies. Okay, so Jay Clayton put in there to help undo regulations that stifle investment in American companies. And look what he did to an American company. Literally did the exact opposite of what he was put in there to do. I'm sure there isn't any type of hidden agenda going on. The confirmation comes more than a month after the Senate Banking Committee voted 14-10 to advance Gensler's nomination for 2 terms ending on June 5th of 2026. The Senate only voted to confirm Gensler for the remainder of the term expiring June 5th, so it will need to hold another vote for a second term. He's viewed as a leading reformer after the 2008 financial crisis. Gensler opened his nomination hearing in March by touting his 5-year stint of the CFTC and cautioning that, he says this, "When we fail to root out wrongdoing or to adapt to new technologies or to really understand novel financial instruments, things can go very wrong," right? When they fail to understand, I think my favorite line out of that is novel financial instruments. What could these financial instruments possibly be? Things can go very wrong. I'm feeling very good about Gary Gensler being in this position, taking over. Maybe, it's probably more so just that, Jay Clayton's not in there. So like I said earlier, at this point, anybody is better than Jay Clayton. But yeah, nonetheless, it's an exciting time. We'll see what happens. I know a lot of people are bullish with Gary coming into this position, so we'll see if it all plays out. And with that said, that is the video for you guys today. Wanted to get this quick update for you guys, give you everything that's going on, all the most important stuff that's happening in the market. If you appreciate that and you're trying to stay up to date on Bitcoin, altcoins, and everything going on in the crypto space, then make sure you subscribe and hit the bell so you'll be notified every single time I put out a video. If you guys could also do me a huge favor and tap the like button, that helps out a ton to help me grow the channel. And with that said, guys, I will see you all on the next one. Have a great day, everybody.